Greetings everyone from Oregon City, showing some of the oldest houses. This is one of the oldest houses around. To get things started, but I'm gonna walk along the old elevated train line because I've got a little treat for you. This is something that I first heard about a couple years ago, and I've always wanted to get down here and see it and vlog it. And what the hey, I didn't have anything planned for today. And I was gonna let myself sleep in, but that didn't happen. So I'm gonna zigzag my way this direction. And what's happening today is I'm gonna show you a couple of abandoned stretches of road here in Oregon City. Son of a watercraft. I should have known I was gonna end up having to go up a steep hill to get where I want to go. Nothing's easy in this business. From the editing to the promotion to the walking around. What the hell goes on over there? I don't know. It looks like an old parking lot. That's aight. Okay, I gotta get past this intersection and up to the next one. You know, the one that's at the top of the hill. When the hill ends, I don't have to climb a damn hill anymore. I'm already feeling like this wasn't worth it. I'm still winded anyway. So I'm on Morrison Street here, which this is a dead end road today, but it did at one time wrap all the way around. It just don't anymore. There's a stretch that's not open anymore. Now, as I understand it, this little stretch was called Mclaughlin Avenue, like as it turns, and it's mostly not open, again, as I understand. If I'm wrong, please let me know, but it was thoroughly damaged by the 1996 flood that just ripped through Oregon City. And so there's just this little stretch as the road turns that is no longer accessible by vehicles, even though the road still there. Not that this is all that great, but yeah, you see there's some rocks here to let you know no motorized vehicles. I mean, I guess unless you have like a little scooter. Oh my god, I'm still winded. Took another baby rest just because I was still breathing so heavily. So here is where the no longer accessible stretch of the road begins. So once upon a time, this was, how many times have I said accessible? I believe there's a park right up there. But yeah, this kind of reminds me of the Leif Erikson Trail up in Forest Park, which used to be a road that people could travel down. Hasn't been for a very long time, but this is just so cool that this little piece is here, and you can tell it hasn't been driven on in a while because of all the moss. And you can see the Oregon Trail Historic Center or whatever it's called, the big covered wagons down there. Never been there. Been past it numerous times, never actually gone inside. So again, as I understand it, this was, it's interesting because we're at a pretty high elevation. I mean, that part way down there got real messed up, but this is pretty elevated. I don't think the floodwaters got this high. I could be 100% wrong, and it's, you know, it's possible that that's the only information I saw in terms of why this stretch was closed, was it was in the aftermath. Aha, I called it. It was in the aftermath of the 1996 flood, which makes sense in Oregon City. And yeah, see, it's a very brief stretch. Once you get out here where these rocks are, that's already the end of it. It's just this small stretch. This would be I mean, I guess there's not really a need to drive down this road. I mean, there's another road probably a block or two over that can get you from down over there to up over here and down here. So I suppose there's not really a need for this road. Like, there wouldn't have been any houses here. This is too thin, and this is a steep hill. There wouldn't have been any houses up. Here's a trail that I'm kind of curious about. So yeah, and then it just comes out here, probably like 2 blocks down the street. So this is the shorter of the two. Ah, son of a gun, I just realized the other one is uphill as well. This may literally be all I can do today, is just these trails. My legs are already like jittering. I didn't think this one was uphill. So anyway, here we are coming out, and yeah, I mean, today it almost looks like it's just like a little short semi-paved walking trail. But according to like Google Maps and information I've gleaned, this was known as Mclaughlin Avenue. The thing is, from here on, I don't even think this is called Mclaughlin Avenue. It's like just this one little baby stretch. So yeah, there's one abandoned road in, oh no, there's crime going on here. Is there any, nope, just more like don't drive through here. Turn. So yeah, there's one little baby abandoned stretch that used to be a road and is now just a cute little walking trail. So then we process forth. We're traveling a ways south to get to an area. It's actually a park, and there's a really lengthy stretch of road. It's called Waterboard Park. Please, no waterboarding jokes. I already read a bunch of them just looking up information on the area. The name of the park has nothing to do with waterboarding. But yeah, as I understand it, that particular stretch that I'm gonna go down, it was a road that kind of angled up the side of a hill, and just over time, you know, landslides, destabilization of the land, the road just kept getting damaged and got to a point where they're just like, let's just close it. Just not allow cars down here anymore because this is ridiculous. So that's where I'm headed to now. A totem pole. Awesome. Just kind of on this little corner lot. That's pretty cool. I'm good with that. I'm down with that. I support that. I'm gonna see, eventually, the issue is I'm pretty sure I need to get up there. This is John Quincy Adams Street, but I'm trying to get to just straight John Adams Street, and then veer in this direction, and that will get me to where I need to go. All right, this is John Adams, which is going to lead us right to where we want to be. Again, as I understand it, the reason this road isn't in operation anymore is just kind of, you know, location. It's going kind of up along a hillside, and you're just asking for landslides and other sort of earth shifting, and so the road just kept getting damaged by things like that. And you get to a point where you're like, you know, it's like an old car that you keep having to fix something on every couple of months. Eventually you're just like, you know what, I need to get rid of this. And that's what they did to a degree. They got rid of the road and turned it into a path. We're at John Adams and 3rd, and the road is shrunk and it's going uphill. Nothing blocked off yet though, so we're just at the beginning. So actually no, there's another crossing street up here, so this isn't quite the beginning. I was led astray. Shrewd John Adams. Shrewd, you were a shrewd president. And an even shrewder stretch of road. Shrewder? this isn't good. I'm already stuttering, and I haven't even started climbing the real hill yet. I believe John Adams just begins. Yeah, John Adams turns off this way, and we keep going this way. I think this becomes like 2nd Avenue. I don't know. It's a lot of what's going on in there. Yeah, and actually I read in an article that there was some buildings over here. And like one or some of them are tied to Camp Adair, which made them prominent towards like our efforts in World War II, which made them of historic significance. So I think I only skimmed the article, but they were planning on kind of revitalizing this area and making it a little flashier ahead of going up so yeah, this is the beginning, or almost the beginning. I think this is still technically 2nd Avenue, and then we come to Waterboard, and it turns in it. Oh God, takes us up there. But yes, I don't know if it's this specific building, but it was a building in this area, and so I think that might have damaged efforts. But yeah, here we go, and you can see, you can still drive to like here. Now you can't drive anymore. Good luck getting your big truck up here, suckers. And of course, as makes sense, they make sure we know that this is a rock slide area, which only makes sense. I think I can see part of the trail up there. Oh my God. They said on hiking websites this is a relatively easy walk. However, we're asking hikers here. These people that will walk the Pacific Crest Trail for fun. Psychopaths. We'll see. But yeah, this is already really cool. And so, yeah, again, according to Google Maps, this is, again, like I said, not Waterboard Park Road, but this is like 2nd Avenue. So this, was also a road at one time. And yeah, so you can already see, here's kind of our first evidence of collapse. There's barely even any support down there. There's just a big hole there. Like, is this even safe to, is this gonna, I mean, it's still holding firm. But yeah, you can see where at the beginning of like, yeah, this probably isn't a great thing to be letting vehicles travel down. Good on them, looking out for the people. Look at all this mossy goodness. Yeah, there's all these patches. It's so uneven from probably all of the just patching holes here and there. I love how these rocks have all this cool moss all over them. So yeah, I think the actual park road starts kind of here-ish. This is nice. A little bench for a mid-uphill hike rest. I don't need you now, but something tells me a little further up the trail, I'm probably gonna wish you were there. I don't know, maybe there's another one. So yeah, I think I'm now officially climbing the road, which wraps up to the top. So Apologies if I don't talk a whole lot. I don't know how steep it's gonna get, but I'm probably gonna get to a point where I'm huffing and puffing for air. And, well, this is really more about the visual appeal than me chitter-chattering about stuff. This moss, though, is very slippery. Oh my God, I almost lost my footing. Very slippery. Oh yeah, there's another bench right there. Again, I'm still not quite there. And also, $250 reward for anyone vandalizing this park. I think it should be more, because screw those people. It's a senseless crime. There's no purpose in vandalizing. Like, what would be the point of vandalizing out here that would be okay or justified? This would have been a nice little road to shimmy my way up at one point, though. And like here, it's still in pretty good shape. I think it's a little further up where, and obviously down there, it ain't too great. I'm literally like sliding. I don't know what it is, but I am sliding even when there's no moss. I don't want my feet to go out and then just face plant right into the road. Or have to use the wrist that I broke doing the same thing in 4th grade, going down to catch myself. Oh yeah, it's like a little hill here before it goes down. Yeah, I take back everything I said about how road's not in that bad a shape. Yeah, this is pretty rough through here. I mean, big deal. Your car slides down. You'll make it down there. You'll be fine. Oh my God. But this is nothing compared to what we're about to walk into. What the hell is this? Okay, it's starting to get real steep. Look at this, though. I mean, you can crouch down, like, below street level. I guess we'll just climb up these steps. Actually a pretty cool rock formation over here, but there's a bunch of dudes hanging out there. So, oh man, we got another collapse. Jeez. It's a wonder how that even syncs up with this. Because there's such a drop. Hey, here's a cool trail. I'll pay anybody $50 to climb this thing, because I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, look at this. And it was cool because you get to see all the jagged rock that existed under the road. Yeah, right here is about not a great spot to have a vehicle. No real protection from toppling off down this way. So, yeah, this is insane. Okay, I'm trying to climb out of this thing. Okay, I made it. So it's not a perfect bench, but it'll do. This is my brief stopping point to rest. This is awesome. I've seen like a few pictures, a brief description, but it doesn't touch how cool this is. And to think all the times I've been through Oregon City, I've touched like almost every part of the city around this spot. I used to take the bus like 2 blocks that way every day to go to college. And you know, I've lived near here for most of my life. And you know, I found out about this and I let it sit there and wait. I was like, someday I'll come here and it'll probably be pretty cool. But this is a lot cooler and a little bit more than I bargained for. That being said, we continue onward. That's probably gonna be the coolest part though, in terms of blight, destruction, collapse. Little baby pothole. Yeah, the rock structures are great. Something tells me that tree's gonna come down someday. Lots of rock here that could potentially come tumbling down someday. Hopefully not on this very beautiful April day that I'm filming this, because that's no good for me, right? Especially right now. But yeah, oh yeah, I'm actually already almost to the top. So this wasn't too demanding of a trek. Got some more fallout. Ooh, little baby landslide. Perhaps more in the future. So we're finishing the last little climb here on, I forgot what it was called, Waterboard Park Road. That was more fun than I thought it would be, or at least more appealing. But this is why I wanted to start at the bottom and go to the top, was because of the view. At the top, the end of the road here, there's a viewpoint. Well, my plan was to stay up there, kind of make my way down and wrap around, take another way back down the hill. But I vaguely remember that the roads are very tight up here. So I checked them on Google Maps, and any decent route I could make it to, there's like no sidewalk. So it would have been a life-threatening venture to go that way. So instead of trying to find my way out some long way up there, figured might as well go right back the way I came. Certainly the more appealing direction to go. Well, not quite as much fun going down as it was going up, because I knew what lay ahead. But still, a really fun, cool little spot nestled in one of the oldest towns on the West Coast, Oregon City. So I hope you enjoyed my little hidden backdoor adventures on the routes less traveled, and sometimes for good reason, in this area. I certainly enjoyed it. And as I show you some of the beauty again before I depart, remember, as always, if you haven't done it yet, or you're new to the channel, or you've just been lazy about it, remember to like, share if you want to, subscribe, help my channel grow and blossom more than it already has, more than some, less than others. And I also have a Patreon if you want to help me out that way. That certainly helps make what I'm doing here a little bit better, or a little bit easier. The link to my Patreon is in the description with this video, as well as the links to my Instagram, Facebook, Reddit subreddit, and my TikTok as well, where I'll be actually posting a couple videos from this trek. So, one more time from the abandoned route. I hope y'all enjoyed it. This has been Steve, the amateur historian, and I will see you next time.